Hi, I'm Thomas Wilson, and I'm a challenge participant, and today we're taking the limit as x approaches 0 of tangent x times sine 3x all over x squared. Alright, so when you're doing limit problems, the first thing you're going to do is plug in what the limit of x approaches. So x approaches 0, so we're just going to plug in 0 and see if we get a valid answer right from the start. So, tangent of 0 times sine of 3 times 0, which is going to be 0, all over 0 squared. So tangent of 0 times sine of 0 is just going to be 0, and 0 squared is also going to be 0. So we're left with 0 over 0, which is indeterminate form. We don't get an answer from that. There's more work that can be done to get a valid answer for this limit problem. So we just cross that out because it is not the right answer. Now, we can simplify this and try to get it into a form in which, and when we do plug in x approaches 0, we won't get 0 over 0, and then that will be our answer. So, limit of x approaches 0. So, my first step in this would be to separate this into two separate fractions. So, we could do tangent x over x times sine 3x over x. Alright, now to do this you have to know some squeeze theorems. Sine of x over x, whenever the limit as x approaches 0 is always just going to be 1. So here, I'll write that down up here. Sine of x over x as limit as x approaches 0 is always going to be equal to 1. But what we have is sine of 3x. So we know that it's just going to be whatever we have, which is 1 times 3. So this is just going to be 1 times 3, which is equal to 3. So we can rewrite this again as limit as x approaches 0 of tangent x over x times 3. Alright, so we would still get 0 over 0, so we still have more work to do. So we can rewrite tangent x also. We can rewrite that as sine over cosine. So limit as x approaches 0 of sine of x over cosine of x all over x. Alright, and we're going to rewrite this again just so we have the cosine in the denominator. So sine of x all over x cosine of x. Alright, so this is just another application of the squeeze theorem we went through up here. So we just circle it. You have sine of x over x as limit as x approaches 0. And as you see up here, that's just equal to 1. So what you actually have here is just 1 over cosine of x. That's what we got. We still have all of this times 3. And the 3 we got from the earlier squeeze theorem. So 1 over cosine of x times 3. Now let's just plug in the 0 and see what we get this time. So cosine of 0 is going to be equal to 1. So you're going to get 1 over 1 times 3. And you get the answer equals 3. So limit as x approaches 0 of tangent x times sine x 3x all over x squared is going to be equal to 3 based on the use of the squeeze theorem, and that's it.